Tenía dos cuernos semejantes a los de un cordero, pero hablaba como dragón.
Yeah, sorry, did you finish 10? Get 10 again.
Apocalipsis 10, 13 y 10. Si alguno lleva en cautividad, va en cautividad. Si alguno mata a espada debe ser muerto. Aquí está la paciencia y la fe de los santos.
Así que es la verdad. La fe de los santos es esta. Todos los que fueron a cautivos tienen que ser. Todos los que pusieron en cautividad tienen que estar puestos en cautividad. Y a mí se me hace que en esta iglesia que está allá no hablan de eso. They don't talk about that scripture in that church over there. Este es el libro de Jeremías, capítulo 15, versículo 2. Y si te preguntarán a dónde saldremos, les dirás: así ha dicho Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, el que a muerte, a muerte, el que a espada, a espada, el que a hambre, y el que a cautiverio, a cautiverio. Si te preguntan qué va a pasar de estos y de aquellos y de los otros, tienen que irse al demonio. Si están pasando hambre, están pasando hambre. Porque la Biblia dice que solo los santos van a comer. Because you could be hungry as hell all you want, be broke as a joke. But if you ain't following Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, boom, and this ain't your foundation, you're not gonna eat. You're gonna be starving. Go ahead.
Dice: después vi otra bestia que subía de la tierra y tenía dos cuernos semejantes a los de un cordero, pero hablaba como dragón.
Y ya cubrimos esto. Los dos cuernos representan dos personajes de autoridad, en autoridad al mismo tiempo.
Dice: y ejerce toda la autoridad de la primera bestia en presencia de ella, y hace que la tierra y los moradores de ella adoren a la primera bestia, cuya herida mortal fue sanada.
Y ya ven cómo pasó varias escrituras. Eso representa siglos de tiempo, porque en Apocalipsis 13 y 3 se vio la bestia que obtenió la herida mortal. Y en el versículo, which one is the one that you just read? 13 y 12 y 13, cuya herida mortal fue sanada. Eso representa los Estados Unidos, porque los Estados Unidos hace todo lo que los romanos hacían. El modo de gobernar a la gente es el modo que se utilizaba en los días de Yahweh Shai, cuando estaba caminando en la tierra.
Dice también hace grandes señales de tal manera que aún hace descender fuego del cielo a la tierra delante de los hombres.
¿Y ustedes qué piensan que es ese fuego? Si ustedes están viendo a un dragón escupiendo llamas al fuego, they're probably thinking about a dragon spitting fire. No estaban poniendo atención. Este es un hombre que tiene autoridad de las bestias previas y ejerce esta autoridad. Hace el año pasado, en abril, el Trumpas dio la orden de 60 misiles que caigan en el campo de Siria. Go ahead.
Dice, y engaña a los moradores de la tierra con las señales que se le ha permitido hacer en presencia de la bestia. Dice, mandando a los moradores de la tierra que le hagan imagen a la bestia que tiene la herida de espada y vivió.
¿Y cuántas imágenes de la imagen de la águila, la estatua de libertad, the Statue of Liberty? That's the image to the beast right there, the harlot. Y que la adoren. Y por eso engañan a los moradores, porque todos los que están en luto no son los sidomitas. Ellos están viviendo una vida muy feliz. Go ahead.
Dice, y se le permitió infundir aliento a la imagen de la bestia, para que la imagen hablase y quisís matar a todo el que no la adorase.
Y se le permitió infundir aliento, dar vida a la imagen de la bestia. Y vamos a enterarnos que esa imagen de la bestia es un grano de arroz así de chiquito, como del tamaño de un grano de arroz. La marca de la bestia se las van a meter en la mano o en la frente, y así van a tener que darle alabanza a este sistema, y así le van a dar el poder, y así se van a maravillar porque esta marca de la bestia nos está controlando. You know about the mark of the beast?
Mark of the beast?
Yeah. You know about it, right?
What's that?
The mark of the beast. You know about the mark of the beast?
Yeah, 666.
It's that RFID microchip.
Yes.
That's coming up, man, because Donald Trump has this whole government thing shut down, and that's affecting only the poor people, because people that are on welfare and people that work like here in Social Security, they're getting affected real bad. So they got to use their credit cards, they got to use their savings, and pretty soon they're gonna be like, hey, if you guys want some relief, take the mark of the beast.
Is that what they're saying?
Well, that's what we're prophesying, but
You know that they said that 2017 and stuff, they were supposed to already start giving it out.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have.
they have
Budget
been
cuts.
some companies like 3M.
Might be
The
budget
mark of the
cuts.
beast, it's already here. That
I know it's
chip,
here.
and
It's on
pe-
animals. They have it on certain things, but there's they were supposed to distribute them. This is my theory on everything. What it is that anybody that works for the government, anybody that's going to get food stamps, anybody that's going to be government issue when it comes to like a army issue, anybody that's getting a check any way from the government, any way that you have a job, you're going to have a chip to be able to what you call it. The only ones that are going to be affected are going to be the people that are basically have their own finances, and pretty much the homeless people, unless they have some kind of medical and physical
That's
financial.
Right. You're right.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
otherwise, that everybody else is going to be affected.
But that mark of the beast is issued because these people are the Lord's holy people,
Yes.
and we're right here. So if these people take it, then they got to get killed. but only a certain number, 144,000, and like some other people, we're gonna try not to take it,
Yeah.
but they're gonna try to kill us because we don't want to take it.
Yeah, but you know you'll know who they are. For one thing, they'll be like their minds are gonna be all, you know what I mean, do whatever they say. You know, a perfect example right now. You just watch the way people watch TV, the way they're on their computers, the way they're on their phones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just watch the way they are. I mean, they almost look like zombies. And this is a perfect example. What is it's making us like that? Because, you know, is it the food? Is it the water? Something's affecting it. Something's affecting everybody, the way they're acting. I mean, they're going to gambling. I mean, people that are, you know what I mean? Everybody knows that you can't fix your life by gambling, and all you're doing is pouring money into the what you call it. But for some reason, they're drawn to it.
It's that hope of maybe I can cash out a big paycheck.
But if you watch them, the same look that you see on the computers is the same look that they have over there on the video games or video gambling.
Because when these people watch TV, they're getting programmed, and the word television is to tell a lie to your vision.
Yeah.
So you're basically watching stuff that they want you to, because you see it everywhere. These people have pants down to their knees and whatever, and that's not even cool. You might run and trip, and you know, you get hurt.
Well, everything has a history. Everything has what you call.
It has a prison
also,
history.
they're also they have a high what's it called? Hip replacements, knee replacements.
Yeah.
Everything's going to go out more just because of what they're doing with sagging, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Everything has a
It has a cause and effect.
Yes, every reaction
has an act.
action has a reaction. Yes, yes,
That's true.
And you're totally right on that. What was I going to say? That by the time all this stuff happens and stuff like that, you're going to know. You're going to know. They're going to break out in the because of the material that's inside the microchip is going. You know what it is? It's going to reject it.
Yeah.
And they're going to have it on their forehead. They're going to have it on their hand. And what they're going to do is they're going to break out on boils. They're going to be, you know what I mean? They're not going to make no sense. They're going to be, you know what I mean? Yeah, pretty much.
A lot of people are taking that chip already. Some hip hop artists. I don't know if you guys know a guy named Kid Buu. He took it and they use it to turn on their cars, like the keyless entries. That's basically like a near frequency communication. But this time they're gonna make it so you can clock in.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
You're right about that. You're right about that. You know what I mean?
It's crazy, man.
That's why they got all these things at Taco Bell, McDonald's, all them places. That all you got to do is the Apple.
Swipe your card.
Yeah, you don't even have to walk up to talk to anybody no more.
Oh, man.
It already knows. And all these like businesses and stuff, they already have facial recognition. You know what I mean? You're a perfect example. Watch this. This is a perfect example. Me myself, this is what I believe. I believe that most of the stuff that happens, the terrorist acts, the what's it called, identity thief, you know what I mean? All these things are caused by government stuff, and the reason why is if you're so scared of your identity getting stolen, guess what they're going to have? They're going to have the perfect solution. You can't pretend you're anybody else.
That's all. That all has to do with it.
So did you know when I went 2011, I went to Australia. This will trip you out. And what happened was when I was over there 6 years before, they lost their rights to gun laws. Did you know that? And check this out. We all don't know that here.
I didn't know that.
Check this out. Well, how did they lose it? Random shootings at schools.
Oh, that's what's going on right here.
That's right.
Same type of.
What is the odds of that?
Well,
they can blast anywhere they want. Look at how peaceful the world is right here.
Yeah, right here.
But you don't see, you know what I mean? Gangs fight after gangs. Robbers after cops after robbers. But what is these random shootings at schools and chasing after innocent victims? Why? Well, you ever been to a baseball game and they piss off the coach pisses off the parent by treating the kid wrong? What happens? The family gets mad, starts charging the what you call it. They always go after their young, and that's how they trigger. That's how they're going to get the vote. That's how they
do it.
Perfect scenario.
Because if you teach the young how to be, first you got to take away the father away from the home, and then you got to teach the young how to be independent and whatever false.
Yep. That's all the devil's scheme right there.
That's what and the
Destroy
devil,
the family.
The devil is a character on earth. The devil, we were just reading in Revelation 13 about the beast and the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
The dragon is actually the white man, because the white man has supremacy by the gun, which is a sword, and the military complex. And the beast is the monetary system, and the false prophet is the Vatican.
Yeah.
So all
Right
those
about
three
that
are separate identities. They're all got the city states. You know about that? They have their cities. Washington D.C. is independent from the United States.
Yeah.
London is independent from England.
Texas is opposite.
And Vatican. Yeah, Vatican. See, they all got this agenda.
Yeah.
So if we got to know who the devil is. So the devil is the white man, because he's been showing himself to be this devil, and the Bible calls him Esau. But he doesn't like that, because the word Esau means red.
Yeah.
So you can see these people, when they get mad at you, some of them turn red, and then
Yeah.
that's just the base of it. But then there's also been the wheat and the tares. Like, there's been a mixture.
Yeah.
Then the people mix with each other, so now we can't tell. So this is how we mark people, and you seem pretty like you know about it. So you could be one of the.
I just graduated from TCMI, Teen Challenge Bible Institution.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So then you pretty much know that we're at the end times.
Oh yeah.
We're at the end of
Of course we are.
So we're just out here prophesying and preaching the downfall of the harlot, which is America, and you can tell that because the harlot committed a fornication with all the countries, which is just a way of doing business. Because a harlot, she will lay down with anybody, and likewise America will do business with anybody.
Let me show you this picture right here. It's the beast with 7 heads and 10 horns.
Well, actually, the harlot is actually the Vatican. The beast is actually the devil. The lion with the wings is actually England. With wings is actually the broken part of America that's left after Revelations hits.
The beast. You know about the beast? You're not right on this. The beast, the 7 heads represent Germania Minor, Germania Major, Britain, Greece, Rome.
Yeah.
All those countries.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the same ones that were
They were empowered. They're empowered.
Yeah. Over the years.
So England gave birth to who? The harlot, right? And England gave birth to the United States.
Yeah.
And that's
And then this is the America's the 8th head that's coming out.
Yeah.
Coming from the 7th. From the 7th.
And this is Revelation 17:3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast, full of names and blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Yeah.
So the 7 heads represent those countries. The horns represent government, people that are in government, that are rulers.
Yeah, it's the great kingdoms over the last couple. What you call it?
All those people that, like Spain was a big one.
But the harlot represents the church, Vatican.
That's a false prophet. But I mean, everybody's entitled to their own view.
But the reason why they call America the harlot because
Everybody
wants to be like her. Like she shares all her philosophies, you know.
Well, America represents the new what's it called, Babylon.
Yeah.
Yeah, America is the daughter of Babylon. She's in the reincarnation from the ancient Babylon.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're just taking over the same system again, money, and the government. Because you look at those buildings, they're made after Roman architect.
You want to hear something funny? Is I actually was working over there in LA for what was it called? Warner Brothers.
Oh, Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers. And the crazy part is they had this fake city there.
Oh.
This is a trip, and it looked exactly like that, same colors and everything, and the houses and the town and stuff looked exactly like Amsterdam.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah,
we're
it was a
living
trip.
in Babylon. And that makes me worried because that's where we're at.
Well, you know, that's what the blood of Jesus and the Holy Spirit is for. You know what I mean?
Do you know that letter
To
J is
protect us.
only about 400 years old? It was first invented in 1632, and it was first used in a court case.
What was that? I'm sorry. I missed it.
The letter J is a new invention. There's not even. It doesn't even. The word Jesus doesn't even mean anything.
His name wasn't Jesus because they weren't calling him that.
Yeah, I know, because there's no such thing as a J in
Yeah.
Hebrew. Yeah.
And his name means to save. So the way you say it in Hebrew, in the Paleo, which is before the Aramaic, and the Aramaic came when the Greeks came into power, is Yahushua, because it has to mean something like Hosea and Joshua. Joshua's probably the closest transliteration to the name.
Yeah.
But it means he saves. So, Yahushua, that means he and saves. And those letters have, you know about the letters, they have special significance.
They're
like the Shah means teeth in war, and it means fire. And
actually,
the eye.
Yeah, the Hebrew lettering is actually like a symbolism. So they have like different symbols that means different things. And the same symbols of saying God also was a cross and certain things, and it's a fish and all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, those are false idols.
And how you know that this white man, he's a devil, because he's the one that tried to
cover it up.
He tried to portray himself as the son of God.
That's why he and the Ptolemies.
That picture of Jesus Christ.
That's Rapsis Christus.
The Bible said that he had woolly hair, and that his brown was the skin.
The skin was brown.
The color of bronze.
Yep, that's true.
As it was burned down, as if it were burned in a furnace.
That's why the Negroes are so-called Jews, and you can go down to the islands, Jamaica, and they know that they're Israelites. They know. It's just like these people don't know that they're these people.
Yeah, because they weren't calling us Negroes. They weren't calling us Mexicans back in the ancient world.
Yeah.
This is what they were really calling us, But as a long time passed by, then our nationalities, they got changed.
Yeah.
So now we don't know who we are,
Unless we come back to
the abbreviation of WAP and kike and all that stuff, those are abbreviations they gave them when they came into America.
Yeah.
And what they were was symbolizing them to segregate them from
other white people.
When they came into Ellis Island, that was the abbreviation of the names of their. So it breaks it down and stuff like that. Yeah, if you understand what the word redneck means and the word cracker means, those are two different words.
Cracker means whip the crack.
Whip the crack, like the master and stuff. And redneck was what they would do is they would rob banks and they would put red bandanas around their neck, so you can know the difference between the Irish bandits and the regular people. That way they didn't kill their own people, and that's what the word redneck came from. Yeah, if you do the history on there, you'll find out.
A lot of people don't,
but a lot of people are ignorant.
Yeah. See, well, that's a good thing.
Because when the white man, when he was born, the Bible describes how he came out. He came out because his name was Esau, and he came out
red.
He came out red all over.
That's Genesis.
Yeah, and then his brother Jacob came up and grabbed his heel right after him.
But they didn't describe how Jacob came out looking, because he looked like the rest of his brothers.
Negro.
That's why they described when Esau came out. That's like the first white man that ever came out.
Also Noah and his sons and stuff. They were all different colors.
Yeah, there's Anu Mbangtu he writes books on history, and he has a line of the books that describe the black Hebrews, the black Arabs, and the introduction of the white man.
Yeah, a lot of them came in from Ethiopia and stuff like that, and they brought them back to Israel and stuff like that. And they were really third world knowledge, because they were building fires inside the airplanes and stuff because they keep them cold. And they didn't know the difference. They started building little fires inside there, and they're like freaking out, panicking and stuff, because they were finding them out in the wilderness and stuff.
Because the word Caucasian means cliff dweller.
Oh, I didn't know
cave
that.
Dweller.
Yeah.
They're actually the cavemen.
Yeah.
They're base men, and they don't even.
There's a book called Eaters of the Dead, and it's a true book. It's actually 13th Warrior, the movie.
Oh,
and check this out. This will trip you out. And what it is, it's an Arab guy that went out to. He was actually an ambassador, and he went to different places, and these are his memoirs. And he talked about cavemen.
Yeah.
They really did exist, and we don't realize it. That was like the end of it.
That's
that
why
they found on the island.
this white man's the devil, because he obscures things. He burns books, and then he tells the story how he wants it told.
Sounds like the English government back in the old days.
Yeah. Yeah, and then
during the dark times.
Yeah,
they were burning all the books and stuff
yeah.
like that, because they didn't want people to know the truth, and they wanted to keep them as ignorant as they can.
Because these people ruled the world at several times. King David, King Solomon,
Yes, that's
and,
true.
and in the days of the Roman Empire, they were in the Roman military, because they, after every conquest, they would get dispersed, and that's where the word Gentiles come into play, because it means someone that got Hellenized to the different lifestyle and culture. So then that's how they got the greatest armies, because of these people. And then they forgot who they were, but these people had the best military strategies, because we prayed to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and that's how we won wars. Because we didn't train to fight, because these other people had to train to fight just to get, because they didn't have a power.
If you go to YouTube, just put in GMS.
GMS.
And then if you go,
666 mark.
What is the mark?
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of video channels.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Or if you even put just GMS and any question that you have,
Okay.
They'll answer it, because they're set up all over the world, like different camps, and they teach the truth.
Okay. That sounds good.
And that's the.
What is your
Heavenly
guys'
Father.
name?
My name is Fidel.
Fidel? I had a
Okay.
buddy named Fidel. He passed away though.
Jay.
He had cancer.
Oh.
He was a good buddy of mine.
But right there, that's the Heavenly Father's name.
Yeah.
And that's the Son's name.
Amen.
So it's Yahweh and Yahweh Shai.
Well, thank you guys. You guys have a great day.
Enjoy,
You know
man.
what I mean? Keep up the work. Thank you, Jesus. You know what I mean?
Yahweh Shai.
We gotta keep praying. Well,
Alright.
you learn it over time, but
It's okay. I don't. I just, you know what? God knows what I'm saying.
all right.
You know what I mean?
That's,
God knows what I'm saying.
yeah.
Even when I can't remember somebody's name, but I'm praying for them. He knows what I'm saying.
But he wants you to say the right name.
Because that's the power. That's the
Amen.
power.
But I got it right here now.
All
Power,
right,
yeah.
You got it.
Yeah.
All right, man. That's good.
See you later.
All right, have a good one.
There's only one name that you'll be saved under heaven.
Philippians 2:9. That's powerful right there. See, not everybody has a good background like that. Not everybody, because nobody reads. I bet you those people in that church don't read. But having half of the truth won't save you. Calling on Jesus will not save you.
Because there's no power in that.
Man, that's like that Edomite that jumped in the. You ever seen that video where he jumped in the quicksand? This Edomite jumped in the quicksand and to his own death, and nobody saved him. That was what you call a holy conversation. That was a holy conversation, and his spirit didn't get riled up. He took it like a man. He took it like a man. That's good. Now we're going to get on to a lesson in English. So now we're going to move on to Revelation 13.
You don't have to stop it.
Nah, it's already past it's already on the second
This is
video.
Revelation 13:1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rising up out the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
7 heads and 10 horns, and we have a discussion with this gentleman about the seven horns. I mean the 7 heads and the 10 horns. So all those governments, Germania Major, Germania Minor, Greece, Rome, Spain, Britain. What's the other one? Germania Minor, Germania Major. Okay, read them off.
It's Germania Major, the Romans, the French, the Spanish, Germania Minor, the British, and the Greeks.
And from the British came the harlot.
That's the beast with 7
Yeah.
heads and 10 horns.
And the harlot riding on the beast is not the Catholic Church. It's actually the United States. Babylon the Great. See, but it's okay to start off with an idea. That's actually beautiful to start off with an idea. To already have an idea in there. That way you can work around it. See, even though he was calling on Jesus and saying God and saying crazy stuff like "I'll pray for you," we can still work with him.
He said, God knows what I'm saying. He does know what you're saying. He knows that you're not saying the right name.
and that's gonna make him mad. He's gonna fuck you up for that. Damn. But nonetheless, that was still a holy conversation. We were reasoning through the scriptures. Oh, there's nothing better than building a foundation with the scriptures. Now, if that gentleman came into the truth, it seems like he would have a vast amount of knowledge. Real knowledgeable man. But guess what, man? He doesn't know as much as we do. He doesn't know as much as the men of the Lord. He sure doesn't know as much as Apostle Tahar. And that'll teach you how to be circumspect. Look at your surroundings, and you could read people. Some people, they might not say nothing, but he was looking and he was thinking about something. He was like, what are they doing? So I asked him a question. So, you don't have to be, and we're not in that time anyway. You don't have to be all rough with me. You're wrong, nigga. You don't have to do that. That's wrong. We're not in that time. Plus, we're trying to be smooth. Not, there's a certain, because the scriptures say be skillful with the word. You gotta have skill. You can't be rough and bent out of shape. Go ahead.
This is Revelation 13:1, and I stood up upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rising up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
Yeah, so that gentleman was actually using the name, one of those names of blasphemy. See, he's still a novice, because if he's calling on Jesus, man, and he knows about the letter J being a concoction, then he's doing it purposely.
Because if you're saying Jesus or God, this scripture wouldn't say you would be calling on a name of blasphemy for nothing. There has to be a name out there that's a name of blasphemy, that's calling on to the Lord, that's a name that's blaspheming him.
And this is Philippians 2:9. Let's see. Wherefore Yahweh also hath highly exalted him and given him a name. A means one. A name which is above every name. And it's not Jesus. That at the name of Yahweh Shai and Mashiach, every knee should bow. Now, in my 1611,